Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be changing things up while we wait for our Switch hardware to arrive. Now, this video is in no particular order when it comes to things, and it is in no particular category for each specific software we're looking at. Today's video we're going to be taking a look at some decent day-to-day software for PC tech enthusiasts. So here I'm sharing some top 10 must-have software tools that everyone should have. Now this is again in no particular order when it comes to this. These are just kind of some top software to always have. Now whether you're upgrading your hardware, optimizing your system, or just managing your data more efficiently, these tools should make your life a whole lot easier. So let's jump right into it. First up, we have Raspberry Pi Imager. Now this tool might be best known for its use with the Raspberry Pi, but can actually do a lot more than that. It's a great choice for anybody who needs to write an ISO to a disk. Whether you're creating a bootable USB or flashing an OS, this tool makes the process incredibly easy. Now the simple and intuitive interface makes it great if you're looking just to get an OS up and running. You can download pre-configured images directly or even upload your own custom ISO. This just makes it more flexible whether you're working with a Raspberry Pi or just need to prepare a bootable disk for your next PC build. Now it works on Windows, Mac OS, Linux, so no matter what your platform is, you got you covered. Now when it comes to Raspberry Pi Imager, most people think that this is only going to work with a Raspberry Pi and you should use something else like Balena Etcher or Rufus. All these software are pretty good when it comes to burning an ISO file to your storage device, but the difference between Balena Etcher and Raspberry Pi Imager is our ability to modify the setup before the software gets put on our device. Now, if you ever used the new pre-built images for the Raspberry Pi, you do realize that in other videos that we've actually produced, you can actually SSH into the device without changing the default username and password. This you cannot change on Balena Etcher. You may be able to change this on Rufus, but when it comes to this, you're probably better off just using Raspberry Pi Imager for more day-to-day ISO burns. And if you're dealing with creating bootable USB storage devices, probably use Rufus, as even that's a better tool. Now that your disk is ready, let's move on to monitoring your system health. And for that, you're going to want HWInfo or Hardware Info. This is one of those tools that you don't know you'll need it until you've tried it. It's an incredibly detailed hardware monitoring tool that gives you a complete overview of your system's internals, from CPU and GPU temps to motherboard voltages and fan speeds. This software is perfect for keeping your PC in check. Now the biggest thing with this software and a lot of the other inbuilt softwares you get with your motherboard or the third-party bloatware is unless your motherboard supports reading these temperatures, you're not going to be able to read them without a third-party add-on. I'm not talking software, I'm talking hardware. So if your PC fans are PWM, then you're going to be able to monitor them if your motherboard has PWM headers. With GPU temps and CPU temps, graphics cards mostly can tell you their temperature, and your CPU, most of the time you should be able to read that as well. For motherboard voltages, most modern day, even older like my motherboard, can actually tell me the current voltage it runs, kind of similar to just modifying these values in BIOS. Checking out the software itself, as soon as you launch it, you got a comprehensive breakdown of your system's health. It's like a diagnostic tool on steroids. So if you're overclocking, this is invaluable as it shows real time if your components are running too hot, need adjustments, plus it records everything if you click that setting. So you can look back at any stress tests or fluctuations in performance. Once you've checked out your system's vitals, why not to see how it's performing? That's where this comes in. GeekBench. GeekBench is a benchmarking tool that helps you measure your system performance under stress. It tests everything from your CPU to your RAM and your graphics card. Then it gives you a score to see how it exactly compares to other systems. Now, it's not just for comparing against other systems, though GeekBench is great for tracking the performance of your hardware over time. If you just upgraded your CPU, added more RAM, running a benchmark can give you a clear before and after view on how your system is performing. Plus, it's available for both macOS and Windows, so no matter what you're running, you can get detailed scores. Now, this software compares it to Heaven or 3DMark. They all have their own kind of details into what kind of stress test you'll be running. There are a couple more out there, but this video is just focusing on more day-to-day software, more free software available for everyone to use. And it's not a whole video on overclocking your system tutorials, things that way. So for a few of these, it may not make sense as to why we're talking about a couple of these softwares, but let me know in the comment section below. We might make a specific one for overclockers and benchmarkers. So after tweaking your system, checking out performance, you might want to record or stream your gameplay or tutorials. That's where OBS Studio comes into play. Now there are, again, other pieces of software out there. I just use OBS Studio because it's easy to set up. There's plenty of tutorials out there that explain how to configure this based on your setup, and it's pretty straightforward to use. Now this is an essential tool for anybody involved in streaming or content creation. Whether you're recording gameplay, creating tutorials, streaming with your friends, OBS has everything you need. Now it's free, open source, offers tons of customization. You can create multiple scenes, mix audio sources, and add overlays, and even stream to multiple platforms like Twitch and YouTube. The best part is that it's lightweight, doesn't use too much of your system's resources, so you can stream or record without having to worry about lag. Once you get the hang of it, OBS is pretty powerful when it comes to your creation toolkit. Now, speaking of files and working with a lot of them, whether it's recording raw footage or managing project files, chances are you're going to need to compress or decompress them, entering .7-zip. Now, .7-zip is pretty good when it comes to handling large files. I would also suggest pzip if you don't care about speed, but you kind of care about size. There are many different compressive tools out there, but we're just going to focus on .7-zip. This tool is pretty lightweight, fast, supports almost every compression format out there, whether zipping up a project, extracting large game files. .7-zip is actually pretty good. Now, many of you probably know of WinRAR. .7-zip is just a little bit better, and it doesn't bug you every time you use it to buy its license. So .7-zip, kind of no-brainer when it comes to file management. You can easily create password-protected zips, archives, unpack, tar files, and even work with RAR files, all in a simple, no-frills interface. It's open source, it's free, so there's no reason to not have it on your system. Now, since we're talking about file management, let's take a look at TreeSize. This is a great tool for managing your storage and reclaiming valuable disk space. So if your storage is getting clogged up and you don't know where all that space is going, TreeSize free. It's going to give you the answer. Now with TreeSize, it visually maps your hard drive, breaking it down file and folder size. You can drill down to each directory, see what's taking up your valued space. It's perfect for cleaning up your system, whether you're running low on storage, need to get rid of big files, or even just see what's taking up that space. You can right click on any file and delete it right from the interface. Just make sure you're running this as administrator. And it's a good tool for storage optimization. Now that we've figured out our storage, why not push our system performance even further? Using MSI Afterburner. If you're trying to get the most out of your GPU, MSI Afterburner is an essential tool. Now, it's a powerful tool for overclocking, tweaking fan speeds, or monitoring GPU performance. So whether you're gaming or doing just resource-intensive tasks like video rendering, Afterburner allows you to adjust your GPU's clock speeds, fan curves, and voltage settings to optimize for performance or quiet operation, meaning you can underclock and undervolt your GPU. You can also use the built-in monitoring tools to track your GPU's temperatures and usage in real time. Now, if you want to get the overlay that you see in many videos, download MSI Afterburner, and then you can also download the MSI Afterburner server. Now, the good thing about MSI Afterburner are There's plenty of videos out there, plenty of tutorials, and an overall good community supporting it. Now, speaking of performance, and you want to measure the speed of your storage and its health, CrystalDiskMark is perfect for the job. Now, this is the only website of all these that kind of look a little sketchy when it comes to downloading the software, but it's simple, powerful tool for benchmarking your hard drive SSDs, wondering how fast storage is, and it's going to give a clear readout of the health of your drive. So at the end of the day, it's super easy to use. You select the drive you want to test, hit start, runs a few quick tests, and shows how fast you can read and write. It's perfect for anybody upgrading to a new SSD, trying to figure out why your system is running slower than expected. Plus, the results are easy to interpret, so you can make informed decisions about your storage setup. Now that we've covered storage, let's backtrack a little bit, kind of repeat ourselves. Let's talk about your system's performance with CPU-Z. It's a lightweight tool that gives you in-depth information with your CPU and RAM. If you're into tweaking your system or you just want tabs on your hardware, this is a must-have. This one also gives you real-time information on your processor's clock speeds, number of cores, and even power consumption. It also provides detailed specs on your RAM, how much you have, speed it's running at, and timings. So even though it is a little bit similar to our initial hardware info, CPU-Z is also a great tool to have. Now if you consider upgrading your CPU or adding more RAM, CPU-Z will make sure everything's running as it should. That is the difference between the two pieces of software. Which brings us to our final piece of software we're going to take a look at. This is a little bit of a niche software in comparison to the others, but we have WinMerge. Now, WinMerge is an awesome tool for comparing two files or entire directories. If you ever had to keep track of changes between a file, this tool is a nice lifesaver. Pretty much just runs what you would do with Git for those who know what it is, but it's nice when you want to compare two files. It highlights the differences line by line, making it easy to spot changes. It's not just for text files. You can use WinMerge to compare entire folders, which is perfect if you're managing large projects or version control files. It's simple, it's free, and it's a great way to keep your files organized. So there you have it, kind of a list of 10 different must-have softwares for any tech enthusiast. Whether you're managing your hardware, optimizing your system's performance, handling files and storage, these tools will make a huge difference in your day-to-day workflow. Now, all of these download links will be in the description below, as they are mostly free, open source. Now, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more, leave a comment down below with your go-to software. I'd like to hear what tools you use. Let me know if I should create a specific video that covers day-to-day benchmarking and overclock, kind of like how a couple other tech YouTubers do it. I'd like to hear your comments down below. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.